My name's Toby Garbet. I've been to 2 Olympic Games. I was world champion twice. I came into rowing for an opportunity I got given to train at a club called Leander in Henley-on-Thames. I went down there at the age of 18. I trained as hard as I could for about half a year, and then I found myself in the senior team the following year for selection, and then got into the Great Britain team in 1997. Well, the idea is to try and get people in business to meet their goals, and that's what we all have. I mean, we all got different goals. My goal was to become a world champion, and I had lots of ups and downs through my career before I achieved that. But having those failures beforehand made the success that much sweeter. And the idea is really to try and get people's minds absolutely clear so they can achieve their goals in business. And I'm doing that through a fitness point of view. And that might not be really apparent to people at first, but it's almost that analogy of having a healthy body, healthy mind situation. So what I'm offering to business people is that ability to change their mindset slightly, and to have a healthy body is a healthy mind, so they can achieve really well in business. And what I do is I sit people down to start with, and I ask people what their goals are. And some people look a little bit blankly to start with, but I find out actually what they want to achieve. And it can be more of a feeling, and it could be I want to be happy. It doesn't necessarily have to be I need to weigh this amount of weight or I need to fit into these pair of jeans. But what I'm trying to offer these people is the ability for them to work at their very best they can in business. I really struggled from the transition initially from becoming another entity, because once I'm an athlete, that's all I knew. I knew that from the age of 18, 19 years old, and I just went through. And you're slightly institutionalized, and that's great in some ways because you learn, really discipline, working hard, and a great work ethic, which has been great to change into business. But you never look outside the box. You're just totally tunnel vision, and you're not looking at any other opportunities that come along your way. You're just thinking about your gold medal. So it's really difficult to suddenly become Toby the fitness trainer as opposed to Toby the rower, because that's what I became. So it's been really interesting meeting the EBA and now working with them, and working with Bev James within the EBA, and now James Khan in their personal training and their needs in fitness, and really giving them a bespoke service to offer them the best things that I can. Yeah, so it's been a process of Bev James was doing a talk up at Trent Bridge, up at the cricket ground. And that was through the Dame Kelly Holmes Legacy Trust, which I also do some work for, inspiring children for the future in sport. And from there, it was just a brief conversation about trying to achieve Bev's fitness goals for her future. And then we just sort of working together in that capacity. And then it was, well, hang on, how about your staff? That's an area we can go into, and if I can improve your staff's fitness and their well-being, that's got to be good for you and your company. And then obviously working with James as well has been really interesting as well. Someone who aspires, has business goals in that area, and then actually looking at his fitness ones and see how we can get them both to work together, so we can be fitter and more robust. Rowing's the ultimate team-based sport. I've done pairs, 4s and 8s, and whether you're with one other person or you're in a situation where you're with 8 other people, having that teamwork is really, really important. And the focus that you need to have for that to perform all on one particular occasion. You've only got 6 minutes to perform, and you might train for a year at the World Championships or sometimes the Olympics, 4-year Olympiad. And what I'm trying to do with businesses is I'm trying to help them with their focus and mental aptitude so they can perform as best they can. And also, it's actually generally quite fun. So the stuff we do, especially outside in groups, it takes people from their normal environment, and just for that 45 minutes to an hour, they're in a different environment, and I'm still doing exercises where they're still having to work together as a team to be able to perform the exercises. So it's a real kind of team building exercise incorporated into fitness, where it's sort of a refreshing thing where they can be a bit more energized and go back into the workplace if it's at lunchtime or at the end of the day. At the EBA, I'll be effectively getting people to focus on themselves slightly, which might seem a bit sort of selfish in some ways, but I'm getting them to actually having a look internally what are the things that they're doing in a day. What can we get more out of your body so we can get you a little bit more energetic, a little bit more less lethargic, making sure you don't get into that afternoon slump, making sure that you go to sleep that night and you wake up and you're raring to go the next day, and it's not your body or your mind that's stopping you. You're just happy to do more and more. But from doing that, you've got to look at people's nutrition, you've got to look at their health, and basically finding out what people get up to on their day and in their weeks and in their months, to try and actually say, well, here, cut out this, add on this, and those kind of things. As an athlete, we had to do that. Our one goal was to make the boat go fast, and if we had a real simple rule was, if it doesn't make the boat go fast, don't do it. It's really, really simple. I've got a website, www.tobygarbet.com. On there, I'm offering lots of different services, and that's to business people. So it's called Fit for Business, where people can get a bespoke service from me. I can work with them on an individual basis. I can work with their staff, and we can do fitness indoors or outdoors. I can bring it to them, or we can take it to a park, or we can literally, in some businesses I work in, we just push the boardroom table to one side and place some mats down and get on with some flexibility work, making people stay in work for longer. Really, that's what we're really interested in, making them succeed.